It's St. Patrick's Day. We're going to give you the lowdown on the greatest Irish beers and whiskey.
You're going to drink Guinness for St. Patrick's Day, but here's the question. Which one? We got more. We'll taste them all.
All that plus the Guinness Split the G Challenge from Trouble's End Brewing in Collegeville. Lew Bryson, Glen Macnow, what's brewing?
Hello everybody, welcome to Sweet Ashley's Chocolate. I'm Rob Lawson, one of the owners, along with my wife Connie. We've been in business now for 20 years. It's a big year for us. We are manufacturers of fine handmade chocolate. We specialize in corporate gifts, wholesale, and we also have our retail location here in Limerick. Our most popular piece is a product that we make called Scoopal Mud. It's a combination of toffee, peanut butter, pretzel, and potato chip. We offer it in milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. For Easter, we offer a lot of bunnies, and we do a lot of eggs too. So we do peanut butter eggs, coconut eggs, vanilla buttercream eggs. We also offer a wide variety of different chocolate lollipops. At Sweet Ashley's here, we also have the ability to create our own packaging. Full color, we do a happy birthday box, congratulations boxes, pretty much for any occasion. Chocolate is probably the easiest gift out there. In our candy case, we have many selections that we are sure will please your palate. We are located in the Limerick Square Shopping Center right off of 422 in Limerick, Pennsylvania. We hope to see you here soon at Sweet Ashley's.
Hey, welcome to What's Brewing. He's Lew Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow. We're at Trouble's End Brewing in Collegeville. We've been here before. It's such a fun place.
Beautiful place.
Love hanging out here. And it's St. Patrick's Day week, so we're kind of getting into the spirit. What do you have there?
I have the Exhumer, a stout that's on hand pull, and that is coming out beautifully.
This, if I say it right, is Theurgist, which is the old Greek name for somebody who could invoke the gods. And this beer does just that, a little 4.6%. Mild, we're going to get into miles a little bit later, a great style. But it being St. Patrick's Day, we're going Irish today.
Absolutely.
We're doing our swap. I'm giving you this. This is from Sullivan's. If I can open it, there we
There
go.
you go.
Okay, whoa! Okay.
We'll talk about that later, too.
Yeah, we've got that going from the start. Okay, this is Sullivan. I'm making a mess. Sullivan's Black Marble Stout. That's the worst pour I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, but look at that. Wow, the
I
cascade
know.
is awesome.
It is great. So let me tell you about this beer, because there's a great backstory with this one. Full-flavored Irish dry stout. Notable coffee, fruit. Give it a taste. Tell me if you can. If not, pour yourself some more. There's a lot going on here. 4 kinds of malt, 3 of which are darker. Crystal malts, if I say this right. Carafe malts, a dark roasted German barley malt. Okay. And here's the backstory. Sullivan's, that is great, was originally established 1702 in Kilkenny, which I've been to Kilkenny. Did really well for 200 years. Then in 1918, the owner, the ne'er-do-well son who owned it, tried to impress...
There's always a ne'er-do-well
Yeah,
son.
wanted to impress a pretty French girl in a horse race in which he was trying to get her hand, as was a Venetian count, also vying for her hand. So they bet against each other in this horse race. His horse was named Handcuff. Should have known right there.
Yeah, bad sign.
He loses the race. So his options, pay the count in full or face him in a duel to death.
A Venetian count.
A Venetian count.
Bad idea.
Wanting to live to see the next day, he decided he had to sell the brewery. They end up selling the brewery, goes to the rival Smithick family. Sticks around until like 1965, and then the Kilkenny brewery shuts down. They end up shutting down the whole thing. 2013, kind of a later generation of the family. Paul, don't know if his last name is the same, Sullivan, but he bought back the name and the rights, and last year they opened a brand new brewery in Kilkenny. So enjoy this and the story that goes with it.
That's Irish.
What do you got?
I have an old favorite, Murphy's. it's the other stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good.
It is.
And opens almost
lively.
Yeah. What do we know about this pup?
Murphy's is from Cork, the second city of Ireland, down in the south. And it is, I think, a little bit more robust than Guinness in flavor. It's about the same in alcohol, which is to say a little over 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This stuff, I remember, a lot of young people think like, oh, there's a lot of booze in this because it's dark, because it's flavorful. They're low, they're drinkable, they're crushable. And it's good.
Yeah.
Man, I love the little nitro bubbles.
Yes.
Does that have the thing in it?
It does.
Okay. How does that work?
It's actually mechanics. So you pressurize the can with nitrogen, and nitrogen creates those smaller bubbles. We won't get into that. It's because of differential pressures and yada yada. But the thing is, what the widget, the piece of plastic that's in there has, it holds a reservoir of beer in it just because it's in there. And when you pop the top, it lowers the pressure on the part that's not in the reservoir. And then there's this tiny pinhole in the reservoir.
Yeah.
And this under pressure shoots through there, and that constriction literally shears the gas out of solution.
I could never repeat what he just said, but I just know that it's brilliant, and
It's
I love it, and it
physics.
tastes great. All right, some other Irish beers we brought to look at here. This is O'Hara's Irish Stout Nitro. All right, this is Harp Lager. These are classics. Okay, Forged Irish Stout, Smithwick's Red Ale, another classic. I like that. And this is the Magner's Original Irish Cider. You're anti-cider, I learned.
No, not
I
true.
heard you say it.
No, absolutely not true.
Okay. All right, I got one more treat for you.
Yes, you do.
So here's the deal. Years back, I went to Ireland, and I'm at the Temple Bar in Dublin, which everybody goes to, and I, say, I'll have a Jameson, and the bartender says, oh, Yank, if you want good Irish whiskey, you don't want a Jameson. I can't do Irish, bear with me. And he says, here's what you want. You want the Middleton. And it's like, oh, okay. So serve us up around. And I'm there with my friend and my wife and my cousin and my son. There's like 6 of us around the table, and it's like, pour us one. It's like, enjoy.
Yeah, it's...
And pour us another, and we had like 3 or 4 rounds, and it's great.
You had
and then
3 or
all of a
4
sudden,
rounds?
Yes, and then the bill came.
Wow.
It's not cheap.
No, you bought the distillery.
Yes,
Right?
in honor of my retirement from radio last year, my college roommate brought me this, which is the Middleton's Very Rare, and I thought, Lou, I'll share some with you.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Here's to your retirement.
Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, last thing on this. St. Patrick's Day is not one of the 5 top drinking days of the year.
That shocks me.
All right.
Seeing the madness that goes on.
You want to know what the 5 top drinking days of the year are?
I'm curious.
Number 1, Christmas.
Okay.
Number 2, Super Bowl. This year, this town, more than ever. Number 3, 4th of July.
Okay,
Picnics.
it's hot.
Picnics all day.
Sure.
Number 4, New Year's Eve. This is drinking, not just beer drinking, drinking. And number 5, day before Thanksgiving.
Day before Thanksgiving.
In terms of bar days, it is second in the year to Thanksgiving. Anyway,
so drinking in bars
is number 2.
St. Patrick's Day. Okay, all right, I'll buy that.
By the way, thanks to our pal Jim Martin from Lower Merion Beverage for supplying all this. Let's go to Jim, see what he's up to, and we'll be back in a moment with more here from Troubles End Brewery in Collegeville.
Hi, Glenn. Today we're going to talk about beers that you do not like, sours. At Lower Merion Beverage Company, we carry a wide range of sours, from your traditional sours like Unand Creek and Hudson Valley's Holy Icon, to the new pastries type sours, Evergreen Sorbetto and Dewey Beer Secret Machine. So come on down to Lower Merion Beverage Company, located in Montgomery County, off Route 30 in Ardmore, Pennsylvania, and let us help you find the right beer for the right occasion.
This island is our home. Here, the rhythm of life is set to the ebb and flow of the tides. From sunrise serve sessions to sunset clam bakes, every moment is a shared experience among locals and visitors. A place where time slows down and problems are left behind as we cross over the causeway. Whether LBI is a summer colony to you, your home, or maybe you've never had the chance to visit, this is our way of capturing the essence of our island home for you to experience. We invite you to crack open a can and raise a glass as we celebrate the spirit of Long Beach Island with LBI Lager. Island inspired, brewed for the beach, enjoyed everywhere.
Welcome back to What's Brewing from Trouble's End Brewing in Collegeville with Lew Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow. By the way, we want to thank our sponsors, Montgomery County and Valley Forge Tourism. Here in Collegeville, there's so much to see. Explore the great outdoors in Evansburg State Park. Take a ride on the Perkiomen Trail or shop and dine at the Collegeville Town Center. They have laid out some amazing food for us here, Lou. These are General Chow's wings with wasabi blue cheese dressing.
Getting on
Curried cauliflower for the vegans among us. Not me, but
Where
I will
are they?
enjoy
I
it.
don't-
Yeah. And pretzel
Buns.
made with Cooper Sharp cheese, made with their spent grain, which I think is very cool.
That's a great thing.
You are drinking.
I am drinking Rich Loves Me, a cask bitter. This is a tribute to Rich Colley, the owner of Varga, who recently passed.
And we will talk about him coming
Here's
up.
to you, buddy.
And this is Absent Void. This is a barrel-aged stout that made with, from the casks from this, which is Laird's Apple Brandy, which was the first distillery in America. Who knew? In New Jersey.
Well,
Very good, powerful stuff. All right. As we said, as we've noted, it is time to celebrate all things Irish and St. Pat's, and nothing more than Guinness, which, by the way, has been growing really fast again over the last year. A resurgence.
Yep.
Why?
Well, it was weird because it fell off for a while. Guinness, I mean, that's what we kept reading, like, oh, Guinness is not doing well, Guinness is not doing well. And now here it's back. I see a couple of reasons. One, it's actually low calorie.
Yes.
You know, I
Right.
mean, surprisingly so. It has great flavor at low calorie
Yes.
and low alcohol. It's what, 4.1, 4.2?
Yeah, well, this one is the standard Guinness. This is
Yeah.
your Guinness Draft Stout, which comes in at 4.2.
Right.
We're going to try a lot of these, but
Yes.
first, we have been reading about a social media challenge called the Split the G, the Guinness Split the G. So we got 2 Guinness glasses, official, right? And if you look, they got the nice harp, they got the Guinness, and in the
And the G.
and the G.
That's the important
and so
part.
here's what we're going to do. Here, you take one, I'll take one. I guess we're going to do this. What do you have there, by the way?
This is the Nitro Brew coffee.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Half coffee, half beer.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what you do. You pour this thing, and then the challenge is you have to blindly drink it down to right where that G splits on the
Right.
first sip. Piece of cake.
Oh,
Let's see
yeah.
who gets closer.
Easy peasy.
How do
I
you-
overdid it a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As did I.
Way under.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Nonetheless, great beer.
Oh, this is actually really good.
You should try this at home. You'll do better than Lou and I'll do.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk
Wow,
about the
beer
different.
with coffee. Get that.
Let's talk about the different styles of beer.
Yeah.
That. What do we know about that?
Well, it's Guinness with nitro, nitro, of course, but it's got cold brew coffee in it as well, and coffee flavor. This is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hate to admit it, but
Here, I'm going to give you a little bit of this to try because this is very different. I like this. It's a different kind of hops. I'm used to Guinness.
I've been curious to taste this.
right. All right. Try that, and then at the same
Oh,
time.
wow, it smells different.
All right. So I've got here the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout
Wow.
and the Guinness Extra Stout.
Right.
I would walk into my friendly neighborhood beer store, Lower Merion Beverage, and say, "What's the difference? What's the difference?"
So the extra stout is the bottled stout we had when we were young.
Okay.
You remember when we were young? It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the stuff we had. It's got a little more fizz to it. It doesn't have any of the nitro. That carbonation actually gives it a bit of a bite.
Let's open and see the difference between these two, all right? So this is the Foreign Extra Stout.
This is the
Ooh, look
tropical
at that.
beer.
By the way, I know there's a way to pour
Whoa!
Guinness, and I'm not
Easy, buddy.
necessarily doing it right.
Down, boy.
There you go. Hold it at a 45-degree angle, pour fast. There they say, okay?
Okay.
So flavorful, so good. The little bubbles are so great, right?
Oh, buddy.
And this is the Extra Stout. So let's see if we taste a difference.
Between the foreign extra and the extra?
Yeah.
I guarantee you're going to taste the difference.
Okay.
A lot more fizzy. Wow.
Which does Lew Bryson declare the greatest of all Guinnesses?
I got to go with the foreign extra.
Okay.
But what really freaks me out is I think the coffee's second.
You like the coffee?
It's driving me crazy. I shouldn't
great.
like this.
Let me tell you, if you're doing enough of this, make sure that you get some of these, because you're going to need to. From Troubles and Brewing in Collegeville, Lew Bryson, Glen Macnow, what's brewing? Hey Andrew, as we're here reminiscing about 10 years of Conshohocken Brewing Company, which of our 4 great spaces is your favorite?
How about right here in KOP, our main production brewery with event space for any occasion?
Great start, but how about our Conchi tap room right along the Schuylkill River Trail?
A true original, our classic go-to, and super chill vibes over there on East Hill.
Well, now we're talking. Now, Pudlow's Kitchen and Tap in Bridgeport, a favorite of mine, including our great sports fundraising events.
And no matter the occasion, Puddler's Kitchen and Tap has the perfect space. Great beer, good food, and spirits.
Let's finish strong. Rec Room, my favorite spot for games and live music.
Yeah, directly across from the Colonial Theater in the heart of Phoenixville. Rec Room is always lively. Great event spaces too.
With fresh beer, delicious food, full bars, and a variety of unique spaces to host any size gathering or event, Conshohocken Brewing Company has something for everyone. Welcome back to What's Brewing with Lew Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow. We're at Troubles and Brewing in Collegeville. The beer is great. The food is great. Smoked brisket Reuben, pastrami, spiced pork belly, and I am drinking an old style. This is the Conductor Old Style Porter at 6%. You?
Very nice. This is Saltarello. It is a Saison rested on the pumice from Nebbiolo grape wine, and it is it is amazing.
Wow, that's impressive. By the way, lace up and take part in the revolutionary 5-mile run, a one-of-a-kind race through historic Valley Forge National Historic Park Sunday, April 13th. Experience breathtaking scenery while running for a cause supporting park preservation and programming. Whether you're racing for a PR or just soaking PR personal record or just soaking in history and nature, this event is for you. Sign up today, run where history was made. Log on to valleyforge.org/revolutionary-run. All right, it is time for our photo contest.
Yeah.
Lou, and this was a great one. Very simple picture of you with a beer with a pet. This is Tara Zakulek and Petey the dog. They're at Mythic Brewing in Cedar Point, North Carolina. Unfortunately, the brewery is closed now.
Oh.
She's got a sour there. And Petey, God bless him, looks like he just had
He got in the beer, didn't he?
Sour.
Yeah.
Petey does not look happy, but God bless him. Chris Hayes and Harley. Harley looks like a pug. I love a pug. She says he enjoys a Coors Banquet.
Okay.
This is Ray Dale Rush and Sparky. Can we close in on this good boy? Not Ray Dale, but the doggy. He's adorable. He looks very skeptical.
Yeah, he's not really sure he wants to be here.
And here's the picture of the year.
Oh my God!
Michelle Atchie or Akey, I'm sorry, Michelle. She says, holding our half-grown Maine Coon Bruno with a double chocolate bock from Blockhouse Brewing out of Pittsburgh. The cat is 24 pounds and growing.
Half grown.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
All right. Time for our local craft beer Hall of Fame. Why don't you go first?
You know, beer doesn't get on the streets unless somebody brings it from the brewery to the bar. And we haven't really talked about salespeople, and some of those people are heroes, and I wanted to nominate one, Jimmy Mears. Jimmy Mears, ran craft sales for Riglio. You know, before Jimmy came along, craft was sold to a small number of kind of cherry-picked bars. Jimmy brought craft beer to the whole 5-county area.
Yeah.
He really spearheaded that, and for that, he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
I like that. That is really nice. All right, mine is, it's really sad news, I'm afraid to say. Rich Colley passed away last month at age 44. You may not know Rich, but he was a huge part of Philadelphia's vibrant beer scene. I'm just going to read what somebody wrote after he passed away. Rich was a larger-than-life personality, a true champion of craft beer, a friend to all. As the owner of Varga Bar in Washington Square and director of Philly Loves Beer, he helped shape and support this community in ways that can't be measured. And with that, sadly, because you deserve it, but posthumously, we put Rich Colley in the Craft Beer Hall of Fame. All right, coming up, we're going to talk to some of the great people who run this fun place. We're going to take a time out so Lew and I can sample some of the food. Actually, from Troubles End Brewing in Collegeville, Lew Bryson, Glen Macnow. Here's to you, Rich. What's brewing? Welcome back to What's Brewing from Troubles End Brewing in Collegeville. You are drinking what, Lew?
I'm drinking Kith and Kin. I've never heard of a spelt lager. I had to have it spelt as an ancient wheat. I had to try it.
Nice. Okay, and I'm back with the British Mild, which brings us to this is Vax Svoboda, who is the head brewer here, and I love that you guys take milds seriously. In fact, so seriously that apparently you've joined with like 39 other breweries to promote this really great style of beer. What do I got here?
So the March Mildness Passport, this itself was started by Forest in Maine in Ambler. One of my really good friends used to brew beer with them. The event itself, or like the homage, March Mildness, was started by Machine House, a brewery in Seattle that focuses specifically on British style beers. So they really started the whole movement. Forest Maine kicked it off, and they've really taken it quite far in a really great way.
So if I go to all these breweries, I get a stamp?
Yeah,
or
you get a stamp for every brewery you go to, but you also have to drink a mild.
I'm drinking a mild, and so then if I like get a bingo, what happens then?
No bingos in this game, but Forest and Maine is having a party at the very beginning of April, and so any stamp you have, I think, is good for a raffle. You'd have to go to the website and see the details.
All right, love it.
So milds are traditionally served on hand pull. You've got 2 cask beer engines that you run all the time.
Yeah, we sure do.
Yeah, most people stopped doing that during the pandemic, and a lot of them didn't restart. What's the deal?
It's something that we've always really felt strongly about. The whole kind of mission behind Troubles End is really to focus on traditional beer styles. So beers that really have always had a place in a community. And we really feel like pouring them in the traditional way is just as important as brewing them. Right? Because it does change the perceived flavor, texture, everything. It's not just an ESB if it's not poured correctly.
Yeah, I know Iron Hill will do their porter on CO2 push, nitro push, and cask. 3 different beers.
3 different beers. Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And we've started doing a thing actually on Fridays, Firkin Fridays. So every Friday for lunch, we're tapping it's a 5-gallon, it's a pin technically, but we're putting that on the bar. So then some beers, we'll have it in almost 3 different ways.
Yeah.
And same thing, we encourage guests to try them. We'll sometimes do a side-by-side, because it is amazing to taste the same beer, but in a different expression
ways
of itself.
So Zach, this show is running a couple days before St. Patrick's Day, and St. Patrick's Day Monday is going to be a big thing for you guys.
Sure is. Not only is it the biggest drinking day of the year, which I think you guys covered.
It is not though.
Second biggest.
Second biggest.
Second biggest bar day of the year.
There we go. But historically, we've always been closed on Mondays, and we've decided this is a perfect time.
Yeah, good opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So Monday, March 17th, I'm pretty sure, right?
St. Patrick's Day.
As it always is. That'll be our first Monday that we're open to the public.
Like it. And you've also opened a bottle shop here, right? You guys are, I know, because you guys have got a canning line going.
Yeah, we got a canning line downstairs on the first floor, right when you walk in our building. We have a small little boutique bottle shop. We're selling really nice wine from throughout the world. I'm curating that program also.
Oh.
So we're because of our liquor license and everything, we're able to serve not just straight Pennsylvania wine, but we're able to source wine from throughout the world. So we're trying to make it accessible, but also different. Get people excited about new and different wines they've never tried, while still being affordable and a different part of this community. There's never been a little wine shop around here, so we figured.
Nice.
Wait, this whole nice area, there's not like a wine shop? So
Well, got the state.
You're able to fill that void?
We got the state store.
Yeah. You saw your opportunity and you guys went with it.
Yeah.
Well, I've always been really passionate about wine. Like one of the last beer that Lew had, the Saltarello, that's made with grapes from Vox Venetti, which is a vineyard about an hour away from here. Shout out to my friend, Ed Lazzarini.
I'm going to have to go there after tasting that beer.
His wines are excellent. And I've been helping him out, so that's kind of furthered my curiosity with wine and production, but also just wine in general.
So sometimes when I will go to a bar, brewery, a brew pub, I will ask the bartender or the brewer, what's your favorite? And I know it's like, who's your favorite child, right? It's not a fair question.
It is hard.
Right, but what do you really enjoy making? What do you, if I'm coming in here for one beer, what's the one beer I should get?
Honestly,
don't ask me what I like.
I really think Kith and Kin is it. I think this is a really good representation of us.
After I ordered it, it actually says that on the draft list.
Yeah.
The brewer's favorite.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
One, I love Spelt. Spelt's a great grain, ancient heirloom varietal of wheat, as Lew said. But this one also is really indicative of just what we do. I use a lot of house-aged hops because I really like the flavors that it comes from. If you boil them for a long time, it doesn't really affect the beer in terms of a flavor perception, but you get really great head retention. But this one, we loaded it full of house-aged hops. So you really get this amazing earthy quality, great minerality from the water and from the yeast. It's a really drinkable beer. Kith and Kin translates as friends and family. Yeah. So it's really a beer that I've brewed to just try to get in.
You've sold it. And by the way, great food here today.
Yes.
We really enjoyed the food, all of the beers, and I just respect the fact that you guys pay a lot of attention to a mild, which I love a British style pub ale, and you guys do it really well. Let's tell people where to find this great place and your hours. Now open on Mondays.
Yeah. So we're in Collegeville. We're in what's called the Collegeville Station Building. It's an old historic building right behind the diner.
Lou's going to stop at the spa on his way out.
Yeah, we have a nail salon below in case you need a little treatment. We are now going to be open 7 days a week. So come by really anytime you want. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, it's been our pleasure being here today. Thank you so
Cheers,
much.
guys.
Wait, you have no beer. You're the bar. How in the world? Here you go.
I hear this is the brewer's favorite.
Okay.
Kith and Kin.
Here's to you. All right. And thank you, everybody, for watching.
Cheers.
We'll see you next week
Cheers.
on What's Brewing.